it always comes back, and it always comes back bigger. And so it's such a huge thing to give, because the blessing will be enormous, and not necessarily in food. It doesn't come back in the same way. But whether it's peace in your home, favor in a situation, I don't know. God is really good.
Yes, He is. So it's so nice to see that individuals can get out there and do things. Most of our balance of what we do in the podcasting is we always say what we're here to do is to start a simple conversation. And I think what you people are doing is just starting a simple way of feeding and helping those that need help. I
agree. I think it even extends to loving people, and people feel loved. I mean, just simply knowing someone's name and putting it to memory has changed so many people. When they come back, whether it's weeks later and someone asks again, or they know it, it's different. It is different to know and be known.
Tell me now, out of all the people that you've worked with, do you have a story of one or two that have really touched your heart throughout the times that you've worked with the Angel One?
I do, and this one is ongoing, and it's hard when the ending isn't already there, and it's not a great ending yet. Mm-hmm. But three and a half years ago, I met Sheila and her son Brandon, and Brandon is deaf, and he's in his late 20s, and they lived together, mom and son, and she did some homeschooling for him, but his life is pretty dependent upon hers, and her mom died. And what ended up happening very shortly after that, I remember watching the fear of we're going to lose our house, and then the house was lost. The house was boarded up, and things were thrown out, and they've been in their car for 2 years.
Wow.
And so I just saw her on Sunday. We were, the churches in Puyallup, a lot of churches, and mine didn't know anything about it, but I knew through the food bank what was happening. They serve an Easter dinner down at the fairgrounds, down at our big fairgrounds on Easter, and we went as a family to serve, and I saw Sheila, and I hadn't seen her in a while, and I didn't know why she wouldn't be at our food bank, knowing that she still needed things, and I hadn't been in contact with her. And what she filled me in was, we don't have the gas, and they stay in Tacoma, and they kind of migrate as they can move around. But the thing is it's not even food isn't even the biggest priority. They don't have a place to store it. What it is we need a place to live, and the hardest thing to hear is how our system does help people, but it's broken in places, and for her situation, it isn't working. They want to put Brandon in a group home by himself, and she can stay in her car, or they want to pull it apart, and because they're not on drugs, there isn't money for them, and it is just, that is what, there's another fissure in the heart right there, and so just in being in contact with her, I thought, gosh, did I get her wrong number when I texted her? And it was just days later, because she's got to wait for a library, to open and then be near one.
Oh,
and then
okay.
Be able to charge her phone. But this was the critical piece. She goes, we can't even get clean. And that, if you look at homelessness and you look at need and you draw a line for poverty, the spectrum is huge. You have people who feel like they have no money, but all their kids have smartphones. And you have Sheila, and Sheila's not even close to them. She's way down here. That's why we're there. We're there for everybody. Right. But for the Sheilas who can't even make it to the food bank because there isn't gas, that's where the huge need is. And that's where, even long after the food bank is over and closed on Fridays, these are the people that we really plug in to pray for, that God will meet needs far beyond. And this is what happens at the food bank. As we pray, people do get jobs, and those who are sick are healed. It's not what we call the organization is come. That's not what we're broadcasting. But man, when it's not your food bank, because it's God's, He does incredible things beyond our reach. And so as Sheila finished in our conversation last Sunday on Easter, she said the hardest thing was going to Fred Meyer, and there was a mom and a daughter, and she's washing her hands, and so are these two, and the mom says, eyes to the front. And I said, eyes to the front. And Sheila, your shoulders slump, because she knows she's warning her daughter to stop staring. And she goes, I felt so filthy. And the mom knew. and it's different. It's not even how you want to live. It's not how you were living, but situational, things had happened, and that's where you are. And that's hard. I mean, again, the whole spectrum, and you got everybody in between. You got those who just need a hand up at this, for these 3 months, and those who are a bit dependent on us, and that is okay too. And there are those who, man, you wish you could solve all their problems, and it's hard. And so we pray. So, yeah.
Well, I thank you very much. We've run out of time. It's been delightful talking with you. I really appreciate you coming down. And we are very interested in having our listeners mark down your number. Now, I want you to give it one more time, your phone number.
Sure. And
go ahead and give it to them so the listeners can write it down real quickly.
All right. This is Jeannie's phone number. That's me. It's 253-230-3305. And please call, especially if you want to bring a group. We can prepare you ahead of time or give you some information. And then if you have bigger questions, please contact Jennifer Silvera, and her number is 253-381-5327.
And check us out on Facebook. Give us a like. It's been really nice. Have a great day, and remember, always keep us smiling.